Ready? Is the camera? The camera is rolling. Everything rolling.
Yeah.
Welcome to Multiple Streams by any means, where our podcast focuses on showing our people unique ways to make money while also putting the spotlight on entrepreneurs, business professionals, and content creators. I'm your host, Bam, and we also have
Jason Y Pro.
Absolutely. And now I want to introduce you our new guest. She's someone of many talents. I've seen her making strides in the marketing field, and she does pretty good. She's pretty good at what she does. So we have Taylor.
Yes, thank you for having me. My name is Taylor, and online I go by the .TaylorB. And yeah.
Absolutely. So we're just gonna pop this off right. So where you from, Taylor, and how'd you grow up?
Yeah, so I'm originally from Wilmington, Delaware. It's a small town up north near Philly, New York. If you know, you know. But I have been here residing in Atlanta for 15 years now. So usually people tell me, oh, just say that you're from Atlanta. But, you know, I can't forget my humble beginnings. So, yes.
Hey, I mean, it's kind of like T.I. He grew up in Bankhead, but by the time he's like in high school, middle school, he was roaming around. But he, you know, where you're from is where you got your first thing, you know, your first mortgage stems from. So you're gonna claim Bankhead to the day he dies. So, now that's what's up. So how was life growing up? As a matter of fact, how was Delaware?
Yeah, Delaware was an experience. It was like, it's definitely a mix of black and white people. You definitely get, you know, a similar culture there, kind of like how Atlanta is, but a lot of people just stereotype it and say, oh, it's only like, you know, this demographic there, but it's definitely our people there. But it was good growing up. I didn't get to experience it too much because I pretty much moved to Atlanta like when I started middle school through high school. So a lot of my like beginnings like with career and just like growing up, like Atlanta definitely gave me that experience and raised me pretty much. So
okay, that's cool. One thing I know you said was it was similar to Atlanta as far as mix. This is like more of the new Atlanta, like where I come from, where he come from. We from the South Side, and we only thing we knew growing up was South Side, East Side, West Side, Southwest Atlanta, and like Far East. So the only thing I really seen growing up was black. Like all the schools we went to were black. If you were a white person that attended one of our schools, you had to be extremely cool, or you get beat up within the first couple of days, and you eventually want to leave out of that situation. And I'm not saying that it's a good thing, but what I'm saying is I didn't really experience being in a mixed environment until I went to high school. So my mother found a school called Riverwood High School, and it was I was a part of the majority program. I was supposed to go to Benjamin Banneker High School, similar to him. You know, a few people that you might recognize went there. Ludacris went there, Jagged Edge went there, and a few others. So I guess what I want to say is, being in a mixed environment, that was pretty new to me until I got to high school. And now that I'm living in the Buckhead area of Atlanta, I see more and more of it then, because even after high school I went to a HBCU. So as far as this being a norm, like, you know, it's more like on the north side of town. On the other side of town, you will see like Atlanta's pretty black, you know, and but I'm glad it's getting more and more mixed because we need diversity with everything we got going on. All right, so like I was saying earlier, you do something in marketing. So did you go to school for marketing?
yes, I attended Valdosta State University.
Okay.
So South of Georgia, super country. I didn't do like not the traditional route, but like the city life of going to like GSU and all of that stuff.
I got you.
I went to high school like in the city at North Atlanta High School.
You in North Atlanta?
So yeah.
That was in the city.
I went to North Atlanta High, and we have like similar to your experience, a lot of celebrities. We had Allen Iverson, Reginae Carter.
What do you mean, Allen Iverson? What do you
like
mean?
His son, Allen Iverson's son.
Oh, okay.
Went to that school. We had like, you know, like a lot of different high profile people that went there. So compared to my high school experience, I didn't get that like in college with, you know, going into like GSU and all of that stuff. So I went to Valdosta State and it was cool. It was like a mix of Florida but still being here. So it was a good experience, and that's where pretty much my marketing career journey started off, with my passion for marketing, content creation, and all of that. So,
and that's what you went to school for? What was marketing?
Yes, I originally started off as a mass media major because I've always been into like video editing, filming, on and off camera, just kind of finding like, you know, my placement there. I've always pretty much been the person either behind the camera or on the camera, but when it came to education, like I just decided, let me do mass media. Something could come out of it. But then after I took like courses or like at least half of the semester throughout, I like noticed that it just wasn't a good fit for me because I don't know, it was just so like for mass media, it's more so a skill and like creativity. So I didn't feel like that was the lane that I necessarily wanted to go in, like, you know, by the book with. So I felt like that could be my like creative outlet, but not with getting a degree in it. So I went the business route and just chose marketing, and I'm super happy with my choice because they go hand in hand. But it wasn't my sole focus with school. So
we got some similarities. So you went to North Atlanta. So actually, you were in the same like region, I guess you could say, or we were competitors. Riverwood, you guys kicked our ass in quite a few sports. We weren't the best athletes there, and I didn't play sports, so I don't mind saying that. All right, so like cool, and also I went to school in South Georgia as well. I attended Auburn State University, and I was like the traditional route for that would have been like to go to Morehouse or Clark, or Spelman for a female, or Clark, you know, what have you. But you know, as far as the tuition and, you know, the private school atmosphere, or not the atmosphere, but the pricing of the private school wasn't really in our budget. You know, my family, we weren't broke, but we wasn't rich. So as far as like paying 30-40K for school annually or more, wasn't really in the works for me. So I attended Auburn State. You know, I figured, you know, what can I get? What's similar? I wanted to do a similar experience with a fraction of the cost. So that's how I ended up at Auburn State. It's in South Georgia as well, kind of close to Florida. One person that actually attended Auburn State, famous person, Rick Ross, actually attended there on the type of football scholarship. You know, so like, now that's what's up. So I can get that. And also, as far as your major, I as well ended up switching majors. So when I first got to school, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, but I just know I was a hustler. So I was like, I'm a major in business. I wasn't really fun at the professor. He was just like, he was like an Indian guy. He wasn't really the best at communication. You ask him about classes, it would seem like he has an attitude, but it could have just been his cultural way of communication. So I remember the professor, his name was not doctor, but Mr. Elliard. He was, he was a pretty cool guy. He was over the marketing department. And he was just kind of like, you should come over to the marketing, you know. So he kind of asked me a couple of questions, and I was like, I basically told him, you know, some of my background. You know, I was good at selling stuff and whatever. And he kind of let me know that marketing was really that better avenue for me, because more so business is more so about strategy, paperwork, you know, being legal. It goes hand in hand with law. When in terms of marketing is more in terms of what I was doing, sales, you know, getting creative, having fun. You know, business is not fun, but marketing is fun. Business is not fun until the paychecks roll in, but marketing, the whole process of promoting and, you know, advertising is, you know, pretty much
to bring revenue and money back.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm better at bringing the revenue in and making sure than overseeing it. Not necessarily overseeing it, but so I guess what I'm saying is, for me, if I was to like have a business partner, I would be like, I'm in charge of marketing, you can handle business and so on and so forth. You have anything you want to add to that, Jason?
Nah, but like, what's that you did after Valdosta?
Yeah, so
did you get a job or
yeah, so my college experience was really interesting because it wasn't consistent, like with actually like indulging in the college life. So while I was there, I was pretty much, you know, like trying to get through my semesters, doing school, and learn as much as I can during my time there. But I was just also pretty much finding a lot of success in the things that I was already doing, like just content marketing, brands reaching out to me reaching out to brands, and just pretty much building long-term relationships with companies. So overall, and like I said, like before marketing, I was into like video. Like I just naturally had a hobby or skill for like doing content. So during my time there, like I would always just put out photo or video content, or even collaborate with people on campus that was into the same thing. So with that, opportunities pretty much like came to me, or that's when I pretty much got like on Instagram, and kind of just got on, you know, building brand awareness online without me knowing it. And with that pretty much just, you know, came with different opportunities, and like me seeing a different creative outlet to monetize off of. So that's how that all started. So when I pretty much saw that taking off, I kind of just focused all my energy into that while trying to balance school. So it like then dictated like, okay, like school, I do want to like I do feel like education is important, but you know, this is an opportunity also for me to like, you know, because this is what I'm gonna do anyway, like once I get my degree, or like, you know. So I pretty much just try to educate myself more about like my creative outlet.
What kind of content were you producing around that time?
So I started on YouTube with the video aspect. I started posting like reaction videos on YouTube, and I just I also did a lot of like video editing for different companies, or had like my own. You said what?
I was saying you was already on it.
Yeah.
Like,
actually, this goes so all the way back. Like, I started off pretty much, freelancing, and since I was pretty much doing my own content, I then started doing that for other clients, because they would reach out to me. Like, that was before I even knew what a client was, but people would come to me like, I saw that video that you put online, like I have this brand, can you edit this for me? And like, so I just started getting clientele while I was pretty much on campus, like recording videos for people, like, you know, like on campus your freshman year, like makeup artists or people that do hair, all that stuff, or even like also like videographers that want to collab. So yeah, I had my own clientele with videography, video editing. I also for the school just did some broadcast work within the broadcast department. So that's how I got my foot in the door with that. And then I also did like some websites, you know, just freelancing. I was in my freelance bag for real. So
wow,
that's how that started, honestly. Yeah.
Okay, hold on one second. So this episode of Multiple Streams by Any Means is brought to you by Rap Snacks, and this flavor right here is the Romeo Barbie Quinn with my honey. And I want to support Romeo, man, because he had a lot of discrepancies with the OG Master P, and we want to give him his flowers, man. So Rap Snacks, Lil Romeo, we giving you your flowers today. All right, back to the episode. So, all right. So when you were in college, you said that. So were you charging people, or you just doing it for fun, or?
Yeah, it was for fun, but then I started making up my own prices, for sure. So yeah, it definitely came with a price with me doing a lot of things. So yeah, I guess it's safe to say I started pretty much my own freelance business while I was in school, and pretty much that's what got me super interested on doing it more for myself, or seeing that it could at least turn into some type of entrepreneurship opportunity.
So were companies reaching out to you as well, just more so individuals at the time?
Yeah, so when it came to the photo content, like with my video stuff, I would end up posting my work that I was doing with other clients online, and then I was also like just posting myself. And with that brings what I think my first collaboration, like a swimwear brand reached out to me, like just clothing companies, like, hey, like we like your look, can you take a photo, like, or can you give us like some type of like photos for us to post on our platform? So I would start pretty much getting those type of emails, DMs, and based off of that, I just had to figure out like, okay, like should I set a price on this? Or that's when I like really, it was like self-taught pretty much with the marketing and all of that, or knowing that that was marketing at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You just having fun.
I know when I was in school, that's when like the dynamics of everything started changing. Like it really went from work for a company and all that type of stuff to like really the marketing is in our hands now.
Yeah.
And it's really crazy, like, because when I was in college, so I graduated 2010, so, you know, that's what's up, man. Like, for the most part, social media was pretty much new to everybody. Right. So the people that were good at it and it made their mark early, I see how it had an impact on them. But that, I still value my degree because whether I'm using it for a job or just using it as my story, it still helps out. You know what I'm saying? Because people know if you went to school, you put some type of work in or dedication. Then I graduated early. That's my bragging rights. I didn't graduate early because I was smarter, but I was one of those people that I couldn't stand going back home because I was hustling at home. And when you go, I was hustling in school, doing different things. Some things I wasn't proud of, but going back home and like having to listen to people when I was just out there doing my thing, it wasn't sitting well with me, you know what I'm saying? So I would go to summer school just to keep room and board and things of that nature, and I ended up graduating early. Kind of repeat, I graduated from high school early as well, but not necessarily because I was smarter, but just take extra classes, you know what I'm saying? And just similar to you, I was like the stuff I'm doing now, like, so I guess if I had to label myself as a professional, I'm a professional reseller. I can sell water to a well as long as I know exactly what website they're well buying from. You know what I'm saying? So like I started in college as well, and just like, you know, I would take kids like when they go from the club and they don't want to wear their shoes anymore, I would flip those. The college textbooks, I would flip those. You know, I dibbled and dabbled into some substances, but I'm not proud of that. My grandma could be watching this episode, so I'm not going to elaborate. But what I want to say is, it's the people that start early, those are people that have a lot of success, especially when it comes down to like being open-minded to freelancing and things of that nature. So like, all right, so what's some companies you start, what's some of the first companies you start working with? What do they want you to do?
Yeah, so the first company that I started working with, I started doing ads, like a lot of ads, not even showing up online, but delivering ads to brands. So I actually had, it was like spicy brands that would reach out to me, like dating apps, like to do ads on Snapchat. Snapchat was really big back then, and like, so I partnered with some brands with, pretty much they use my content and like everybody on campus, because mind you, this was when I was on campus, so I just remember people like saying like, oh my gosh, like we see you all over Snapchat ads like every single time. Like,
so is
it
the
was
original
embarrassing.
Snapchat ad, or was it for like dating?
It was for like dating apps, like.
But that was just displayed.
But it was displayed on Snapchat, okay. And specifically during this time on Snapchat, it was like filtered to like locally what ads are there. I don't know. It was very segmented or whatever. Like, so yeah, people just would be like, oh, like, we saw you on Snapchat and all of that. And I'm just like, okay, like, yeah. But so that was pretty much my first partnerships. I would do like clothing, some ads for dating apps, and just overall just random apps. And then
dating apps.
Mm-hmm.
Like what? I'm curious. Like what?
Tinder, Highly.
Well, I'm saying what they want you to do. If you don't mind me asking.
Yeah, it wasn't anything like.
No,
it was just like they told me
to. I know. Don't do. No, I'm not gonna do it like that.
No, but I just had to. I was just promoting. It was just
like just promoting the brand.
So
that's interesting.
Yeah, it like they was paying me for like, you know, 10-second videos, like, oh, just say swipe up. Like, that's how Snapchat was. Like,
golden.
swipe up, download the app. So that was pretty much my category on what I was doing with promotion and content marketing during that time. But you know, as years went on, this was probably like 4 years ago. Like when all this started was like 4 years ago. I would say that I've been within influencer marketing and a content creator, creative entrepreneur for about 4 years now. So that's when all that stuff started. And then like, you know, as you build yourself online, or I guess establish brand partnerships, the deals get bigger and better. So, or you could at least, like, you know, through pitching or them reaching out, you just naturally get game on how to, you know, do business.
Yeah.
So, I was getting more of a real life experience than just opening up the textbook. So that was just, you know, the difference there while I was on campus.
Yeah, those textbooks, for the most part, it's more so teaching you how to work for a company, which I'm not knocking, but you got to be a good person to think outside the box to make it work for you. Now, interesting, you said you advertised for Tinder. Transparency, I signed up for a Tinder subscription before, and what happened was I got like people that were interested in me. It was like two guys, like one guy and a TS. I deleted the app immediately, never went back to it, and I said that online dating is not for me. I don't know what they see in me. I'm 100% masculine, nothing about me. But I saw two of those, and I said, you know what, this ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm gonna just meet my people in person, and just more organic. But I'm not knocking anyone that found true love on Tinder or what's the other the spiritual one? It's I forgot.
They have a Christian-based dating.
What's it called?
I don't know. I'm not even on dating apps. I'm not.
Me
really
neither, of course.
That,
Me neither, not no more.
This was 4 years ago.
I tried it out. It wasn't for me, and I moved on. So like right now you work like 100% freelance. You do any contract work, W-2s, like, you know?
Yeah. So right now I am still doing like brand partnerships. Aside from content creation, I do pretty much have contracts with companies. So I am trying to, you know, use that marketing degree and just my efforts with doing school, and with that I'm like, it's not freelancing, but I do work with companies every now and then with helping them. Pretty much everything that I know about content marketing, I help other companies like do that. So I pretty much wear different hats of digital engagement manager or just overseeing brand content strategies. So I would sometimes have opportunities with brands reaching out just specifically on that area. But when it comes to just long term, like in general, I feel like I would be more invested in like getting into like being a shareholder with the company, so that my efforts are going toward something long term within it. So I feel like it's a benefit, like if you are kind of thinking about stepping into like any type of partnership with working for a company.
So you want some equity in company, like you want to be partnered with,
you
want some
have
equity.
that opportunity, so but everything that I do is solely like social media marketing. So yeah.
Do you do anything like for celebrities, or is there anybody that you really want to work with or haven't worked with yet?
I don't know, like not like with content or no, not
so
really.
I know you got companies that you work for.
Yeah.
And I know you probably do that same thing for like a influencer or a celebrity. Is that something that you're looking into, or if it come across, would you do it? And if so, who would be like one of your top people?
Yeah, I feel like, I feel like I do have a network of people that I know that's, you know, in all fields like acting, entertainment, influencers, you know, And specifically with me being a content creator, I'm within lifestyle and travel, but naturally with being online and just having some type of presence, whether it's micro or macro influence, then those people are in your network. So I just feel like I'm overall not really looking for anything, but if the opportunity comes to work with a celebrity, or I feel like, having brand partnerships with like bigger celebrities, like a lot of celebrities are building brands, like Rihanna, Savage X Fenty, like, I would want to be a brand ambassador, for Savage X Fenty, or like, So I definitely know how to, use my network or resource to like seek those opportunities out. But if they were to come to me too, like, for sure, I would be interested.
So, like, have you ever used a network or a platform to gain clients, or you just kind of like people see your content, they reach out to you without you having to use any third
it's
party?
nothing that I'm seeking. It's kind of hard to like explain, but it's not anything that I'm necessarily seeking. But people do come to me, but
That's dope.
yeah, I just overall it's kind of like, I don't want to say I'm an influencer, but it's more so just like, this is just the network, like,
Become territory.
And then besides that though, like, I've worked with a PR and entertainment agency as well. I told you that. Yeah, like in PR.
You did.
Yeah, so it's just like overall it's just, that was like one of the first companies that I worked with actually that I didn't explain. Like, this is not in chronological order at all.
That's why we do multiple streams by any means. We don't have to be in chronological order. We don't have to have
So actually that was like, okay, so if we're talking about like after, me in college and stuff, one of the serious, I don't want to say, it wasn't a job. I actually, another like important sponsorship or brand relationship that I built was actually with the PR and entertainment agency. And they actually would reach out to me every now and then to specifically create content, like advertising the marketing agency, because it was a LA based agency, and they worked with like Lauryn Hill. They worked with, I'm sorry, I can't name any other names.
We don't want to get you in trouble.
Yeah, like they literally work with a lot of people, and it's a well-known LA agency. And so they would reach out to me to specifically do content to promote like their services. And then while I was in school, I actually had to get an internship. And so before, that was like one of the requirements to do before graduating. So, I reached out to them like, hey, y'all are like paying me money to like, do ads, or y'all like, So I built a relationship with them, and like, that's pretty much in PR and everything like that. So, and I've had the opportunity to travel with them, and I've worked closely with actual Michael Jackson's niece, with like with PR. So it's just your network. Your network is everything.
Michael Jackson's niece? Oh, that's hard.
Marlon Jackson's daughter, actually.
Oh, Marlon.
Specific, because they got a large family tree.
They got a very large family tree.
So yeah, that was one of the cool opportunities. But again, so that's just my natural like experience. I don't go seeking things, but it's definitely a lot of opportunities that you can get by just indulging in your network. So
facts. Is there somebody that you look up to or inspired you to basically keep going in that field? Or is that, matter of fact, are you still in that field, in content creating?
Yeah, I'm a content creator currently. And also just within marketing, we're working with companies, yes.
Okay. Is there somebody that you look up to or that's in the space?
I would say things that I'm inspired by is I'm actually just into channeling anything that I'm skilled in. So I don't like to be boxed in. It's more so just about my interests, and with me naturally overall anything that I'm doing, whether it's labeled as a creator, or like, oh, you work for a company. Like, I'm very passionate just about God's given gifts and things that I'm skilled in. And with that, I would say I'm an overall creator. And with that, I feel like, you know, years to come, I'll definitely be doing more with that as a brand. I would say that everything that I've built for myself, like as a creator or my skills, I definitely see a lot more future opportunities with me being more engaged in the entertainment industry, or just, you know, leveraging whatever things there are for me within content creation, brand partnerships. So it's pretty much the vibe this year.
Now, content is definitely king. We live in an era, you know, at first, like, people like me and him thought it was corny to pull your camera out, you know, just when stuff is going on, but...
I want to show you business.
But guess what now? Me and him both have YouTube channels, and he motivates me a lot, you know what I'm saying? Like, because, I mean, we were never, like, on a wrong path, but whatever we did, he was definitely... He had a larger foot in the game than I had, so... When I see my brother Jason, and he say, "Man, I'm gonna get a regular 9 to 5. I'm gonna learn how to do YouTube, computer repair," it really motivated me and a lot of other people, man. Cause I'm a little younger than him. He got like 3 years over me. So nowadays, moving forward, I see content is everything. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to it, content is everything. Content can get monetized. So like, that's just the world we live in. You know. So you basically saying, so if you had to work with any industry, you like basically you want to kind of stick to the entertainment, because let's be honest, they the ones that's putting out content. They the ones getting monetized. Mm-hmm. So you said you got a lot of relationships within the entertainment industry, just kind of based on when you work with that PR firm, huh?
Based on the PR firm?
No, I'm saying a lot of your relationships derived from the PR firm that you work with in the past.
No, actually, I don't. So it's not my relationships. No, like, me closely working with, like, Michael Jackson's niece, for an example, that was like pretty much a like relationship. Like, we worked with the same company, like doing work for the same company in PR and marketing. Mm-hmm. But that wasn't like an opportunity that was like, oh, like, here's all of these opportunities and people. I think basically, to answer your question, is just, it's not... I don't know, to answer your question about like where the opportunities came from. It's just, I think I just showed up online and just, I don't know, and I'm still not like... I
guess it's like the old school things like work breeds work.
Yeah, it's organic. You know, you do good shit.
I feel like it's people, like, I feel like maybe I have that type of, I don't know, like...
Yeah, the it factor.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I feel like everybody can, you know, reach their best that they can be. I haven't reached that yet, and there's that. But for me to, you know, the experience that I have so far, it hasn't been like someone that, you know, necessarily, oh, they put you on to knowing people, or like how you got these opportunities. It's just
all organic.
Yeah, just things that I've done, and that's been my experience. But yeah. I feel like, if anything, I'm not really taking advantage of, you know, I'm here in Atlanta. I haven't really done all that I can do to build my network, and that's one of my goals. So definitely just showing more face, and not being super antisocial, or just like,
yeah, you do come off as antisocial sometimes.
Yeah, or no, I do, and it's not. Or I definitely be in my own type of like.
You be in your own world. You be, like,
because I be traveling. It's just like background noise. I don't really entertain like certain things when I'm in a certain mood.
Now you got real tunnel vision. Like, it's been times I was like, I don't even know we cool at this point. Mm-hmm. But it's a tunnel vision. You know what I'm saying? I recognize that. And I'm just joking, but
no, it's good. Like, yeah.
I see you travel a lot. You know what I'm saying? Based on how you live and the type of work you do, I can tell you're not getting flued out. You know what I'm saying? So do you get paid when you travel, or you just travel? Like, do you get paid sometimes when you travel, or do you just like love to take vacation and are great at planning your vacations?
Yeah, so I definitely know it's not like a flued out thing, but I have been in the dating scene ish, or at least exclusively trying to, date. So with that, like, yeah, I was recently on a vacation, but besides that, though, I have, like I said, I'm in the lifestyle travel creator, or that's pretty much brands that would reach out to me or that I built relationships with within the lifestyle travel niche. So I have had opportunities to work specifically in the hotel hospitality industry, and what that looks like is like brands don't fly me out or anything, but it's more so like, oh, you're a content creator, or we like your content and we like you as a brand, how you show up and like who you are as a person. We want to work with you. Like, here's a free stay. Like, that's literally how that shit goes. Like, we have like, like I work with a lot of brands within the hospitality industry, like Moxie Hotel, like South Beach with Miami. Like, I work with Margaritaville Resorts. Those was actually some of the hotel collabs I had while I was, again, this was on campus. So, but that's something I tapped into kind of like actually recently, because those were collabs I've done last year specifically within travel. So with that, I just, just create content or show up as I would anyway, like online posting, like as a creator, influencer, and like, yeah, so besides me with influencers, like that's really how that goes. Like, it would be opportunities to, get free stays, work with hotels, and you just stay but post and tag them. That's how that looks.
Take advantage.
So, look. So what I'm gathering, what I'm deriving from this conversation is, you women that feel like you have to be flued out by some man that has a lot of money that you're not attracted by, mm-hmm. There are actually companies out there that you can partner with that are willing to fly you out, and you don't have to compromise your integrity. You don't have to lie about who flew you out, and you can actually get paid the right way, as opposed to, I'm not gonna say it's the wrong or right way to get paid. I'm not here to tell anybody how to feed themselves, their family, or their friends. But for the most part, it's multiple ways to skin the cat, and you can either do it the good. You can either go the good way or the bad way, or the easy way or the hard way. You dig what I'm saying? So no, that's very, very interesting. So that's very, very interesting. So what do you feel like gives you the it factor? Why do you think these companies partner with you? Why do you feel like you're the chosen one for these great assignments?
Yeah, I feel like the key is just to just be yourself and to definitely show up online, show face, post your content. Know that you have some type of skill to be able to achieve these opportunities. For me, I didn't really know. Again, it's just all about being yourself, showing up online, and then just doing the work too. You got to know a little bit about business. Or have some type of talent manager or creator manager that can like reach out on your behalf. But that's how I go. Like, it's just, that's literally like, I actually don't know, like your question about, like, how'd you, like, so was it the PR thing? Like, no, I don't know. I just be posting. I just be doing me, and it's just, that's just what it is. So show up, be present online, and
yeah. Thanks.
That's what's up. What's up?
Nah, that's dope. That's what's up, man. You make me wanna. That's dope. You know what I'm saying? This is a very great conversation, and I mean, as a marketing major myself, like prior to where I am right now, it would have been cool if I was receiving those type of opportunities fresh out the gate in school, or out of school. I would have had a lot more pride for my degree early on. I do have a lot of pride for my degree because although I didn't use it corporately, in the hood it helps you out. You know what I'm saying? When you in the neighborhood or you in your community and they say like, who the hell is he? You say that's so and so. You got a degree. People like in the hood, a degree mean you a lawyer, a doctor, an accountant, and a consultant all in one. Like no matter what you tell someone and what you selling them, if you're me, I'm selling you something. Like people give you a lot of respect for having a degree because they know I could be out here just like them. I could have dropped out just like them. You know what I'm saying? Or I could not have. But what I'm saying is, I'm the same type of person that you could have been. or you're the same type of person I could have been if I made one bad or one decision. I ain't gonna say bad or good, but I know that having my degree just helps my brand overall. Like even when if I told somebody my story right now and I threw college out there, it's a part of my story. You know what I'm saying? Like other people some people have prison as part of their stories, or jail as part of their stories, and whatever made you the person that you are is what made you are. I don't care if you had to go to jail or prison to make it make sense, because at the end of the day, I'm not the type of person. I'm not gonna say I'm better than someone because I have a degree. But what I do say is I made a lot of smart decisions, and as a result, I have a degree. Somebody can take it how they want. So you have any goals, like any goals in the next future, like in the next couple of years or so?
Yeah, definitely. As I said, like just working with more brands. Like that would be cool to have just more prestigious partnerships. So I just feel like in the next 5 years or years to come, like I just see myself just working harder toward my goals, and definitely, as I said, getting into more of the entertainment industry, whether that leads to like acting opportunities or even commercial modeling, which is pretty much, I don't want to call myself an Instagram model or no, because I like now I kind of have limited the way that actually the past year I haven't really been showing up too much online, but I've been working with brands like pretty much offline
behind the scenes.
Money. Yeah, so it's just like it's just all a balance, but I see myself more so tapping just into more prestigious like partnerships, and just if I'm doing an ad, maybe you'll see me on a billboard, or you know, like doing more events.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So for the record, you would never be considered an IG model. If anything, you would be considered an influencer. IG models have a swag to them. But I understand what you're saying. You basically want to work with more prolific brands, and you never want to be categorized that. So if you were to work with these more prestigious brands, like would it be like content, or like is that what you're saying? Like you would love it?
That would be more so like commercial modeling, but with that, you know, you just have to be more so management. Like you have to have a manager. So just and not limiting myself like within that box of. But yeah, all the on-screen work, all of that stuff, it either comes with, you know, somebody message you, you'll be perfect for that role, or, you know, you just have a talent manager or somebody that messages you and seeks that, and like, we could like, all of that is like the business like side of things as well. So just specifically focusing on that area, because that was the area I wanted to focus on while I was in school. And I had that opportunity with a few agencies, but that was like when I was fresh in school, and it was just like, I don't really know
you wasn't sure
how to do that. So yeah, I see that for myself now. And people also say that I should get into like PR with managing people or reaching out on their behalf, like with music artists and stuff.
PR is better than management. I tell you that, because like when it comes down to management, it's kind of like what I was saying about my degree, marketing versus management. PR is more fun. You're just trying to sell an image or a message or a story. But management is more so babysitting. I'm only managing one person. That's homeboy Tony Bone. And the only reason why I'm managing him because I got to. You know, I've been knowing the man since he was like 2-3 years old. My mama stayed across the street from me where his grandma used to stay at. We make money together to this day, you know what I'm saying? So it's at the point where I do anything for him, whether he's doing music or poetry or not doing music at all. So like the babysitting part, I'm not really with that. But if I was just like a multi-millionaire and I just wanted to make one of my focuses is business to like artist development, I would do that then, like leveraging connections, like what you said. But as far as like managing an artist, you're blamed for more than you should be blamed for, and you're responsible for more than you should be responsible for. But PR is more so, hey, here's a story. Let me put an EPK together, and let me put this out to my people, and let me tell them if it's a budget to get on certain platforms. But that's much better. That's a much better role. Do you invest or anything like that?
I'm definitely also looking into investing. I haven't made any investments yet.
Don't be in a rush, you know what I'm saying? Because like some people just hop on a bandwagon, always be analytical and just do your research and like, you know what I mean? What I do is I just link with people that know what they're doing. So I link with people that invest every single day. That's how they make their money. And so the purpose of this podcast is always to highlight different people doing different things. The more episodes roll out, I got a few different type of people with different investment strategies that are looking, that I want to help them get their story out. So as far as what you do, like I like PR as well, PR and marketing. I like those two segments as well. Hence, that's why I had a podcast. I could do both. You know what I'm saying? As far as PR, it's going to be eventually to a point where people, such as maybe a politician or a musician, they'll use my platform. That's the goal, to use my platform to help assist with their PR campaigns. As far as marketing, I love to promote brands, especially small black minority brands. I got a Versace shirt on right now, but for the most part, I love to wear my black creators brands and support them. Because if I spend $100-$200 with them versus $1,000 with Gucci, or best believe I only paid $200 for this as well, if less than that. I get everything on a discount. It's my thing. But for the most part, I love to support my people. I feel like my money is circulating in a better fashion, and yeah, that's what I'm all about. So you said you looking to start investments. Take your time, and I'll point you to a few people. But I'm not gonna. I never tell somebody. I never force an investment down someone's neck, because at the end of the day, investments are very sensitive, risky, and I never know what you need to survive, for that matter. So as far as your business, you just want to pretty much elevate. You just want to pretty much elevate what you're already doing, like elevate your connections. All right, go from doing these type of campaigns to being in more what you consider prestigious campaigns. Like instead of doing exactly, I got you. All right, so is there anything you want to talk about? Any part of your story before we play this quick game?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay. So I got a quick game we're gonna play. I haven't titled it yet, but it kind of comes from the slime game that Noriega plays on Drink Champs, and I like. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of compare and contrast, or we're gonna say A or B. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna give you two scenarios, whichever one you're in favor of most of. Go with that. And before that, Jason, you have anything?
No.
Okay. All right. So as far as wake up time, 6 a.m. and 10 a.m.
6 a.m.
Okay. College or straight entrepreneurship? Now I know you being in college, you can pretty much give a great answer for this.
I would say if you have a specific skill that is in high demand and that you could profit off of, like entrepreneurship.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you mean like I got you. So like, are there many 18-year-olds that have those type of skills, or are you just saying like they have a passion?
I would say more so like a hobby. More so of a hobby that you can profit off of. But if you're, if you don't know, I feel like you should do college so that you can get that experience and see what it is that you want to do.
So would you say that they try it out, and if it doesn't work out within 2 years, go to college? Or you just saying just try it?
I say do college. If definitely just go to college if you can, because then and there it's a safe zone of where you're there. You can make that. You can make that decision based off of you being there.
Okay. Audio books versus traditional paperback or hard copy books.
I say hard cover books, physical books, because nowadays there's so much technology in the field that I work in. It's so much technology. I would love just a book that can consume me, sit me down, and just have some type of normal sanity. So,
what type of books you read?
Not watch. See? What? So.
Tell me, so
what type of books you read, Taylor?
Nah, but, cause see what I was gonna say, I actually watch thriller movies. That's something that I like to watch. Thriller, stuff like that. So when it comes to books, I'm in that same type of category. But I do also reading self-help books. I finish those more quicker. Okay. And then when it comes to just personal just interest, like thriller books.
Okay, I got a good self-help book I recommend. It's called Navigate the Great, Your GPS to Success, and it was written by myself, you know, so I love to bless you.
Oh,
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, this is brought to you by Navigate the Great. And I give you a copy, you know, because you're a cool person. I know I'm going to charge $15.99 for it, or you can get the Kindle for like $9.99, but you being a cool person, I feel like me investing in you is like investing into my brand. And you know, if you like the book, you might promote it, and you know, I know you do good with the promotion. But all right. So look, going back to what you said, I want to say it's a documentary called The Social Dilemma, and basically, basically relying on technology to do all the brain work depletes what type of work we have to do. So. That's why they say, like, you know, they'll recommend cutting off social media. Don't, you know, like reading hard copies instead of. But they both have a significant value to me. But more so, like, I look at the hard copies as more of a physical workout. I mean, I'm getting stronger. You can still regurgitate a lot of information on audio books, but for the most part, for the most part, you're using more brain work and like you're using more focus. When you're reading a hard copy, so that's what's up. All right, so do you personally get 8 hours of sleep or closer to 5 hours sleep per night?
I'm more consistent with 8 hours. Like,
oh my God, that's beautiful.
Yeah,
that's beautiful.
Actually,
I wish I was able to do that. My body won't even going to Riverwood High School. It wasn't the school I was on for, right? So we had to get on the bus 6:30. I don't even know what these guys thought of me at that time. I just know they didn't do. I wasn't going to Banneker.
Walking with them.
I wasn't walking with them, man. It was sad. It was sad in a little while, but I was kind of like, you know, I was prepared. You know how many push-ups I did to prepare to go to Banneker High School?
You had to.
Well, yeah, man. Then I go over there, I'm overcompensating now. So what I'm saying is I had to go to school. I had to ride the school bus 6:17 every morning for 3 years until I ended up graduating from Frank McLaren High School, which is a watered down version of Banneker High School. And since then, I've been on military time. Like, it's hard for you to get up past 5:30 and things of that nature. So I'm very envious and jealous of the fact that you're able to